Hello and welcome, my friends. Welcome to the middle of the month and welcome to your October angel reading. I couldn't think of a better way to kick off the thinning of the veil than to channel the angels. I know many times when people are looking at channeling and the thinning veil, they think of passed on loved ones, which is true. Absolutely something you can channel during the thinning of the veil. The same is true with the high vibrational beings. Because the veil is thinner, it's easier to connect. That high vibrational energy, it's easier to understand. It's easier to start to work with our supports. And I encourage people, if you're working with or starting to work on your channeling abilities, the best people or best beings to start off with is not your passed on loved ones. It's actually your guardian angel or your guides. They're always with you. Passed on loved ones, they are not omnipresent beings. They can only be in one place at one time. So if there was some other family member or doing something else, they may not get to you, which can be very discouraging. So start off with beings that are with you all the time. All right, that said, angel reading for October. Of course, I do have the Angel Tarot. It's not my favorite deck. It's the deck that I can use right now. It doesn't have a lot of extra added. I don't like a lot of extra words on my tarot decks. So this works. I won't lie. I haven't worked on my angel deck since last year, so it's not like it's coming out anytime soon. Then I have the Healing with the Angels Oracle. And then I also have the Angel Inspiration Oracle. These are great decks. They don't have words to them. For some reason, angel decks always have these massive blurbs. I don't understand it. They're not my jam. So yeah, I want to actually work with the cards and my intuition, not what someone channeled when the deck came out. All right, let's look at this next month. What do the angels want to share with us? And there's been a lot happening in this past year that hasn't happened in like generations, years, decades. I don't know if ever there was a time that the Earth had two moons. I know one is very tiny. However, it's still in our orbit. The solar flares, the aurora borealis taking a meander around the world. Like it's stuff that's going on that we've never documented before. So it's been that long. So I know they acknowledge that. We've got the Nine of Cups. This is why this deck is not like my favorite. The minor arcana are not there. The Page of Pentacles. The Five of Cups in reversal. Ooh, the Emperor. And finally, the Five of Swords. Now, to kick off, guys, anytime in angel numbers or angel messages, the multiple 5, it actually means something positive is coming forward, which is yay for us. In tarot, I know it's very conflictual. However, as we're channeling the angels, that 5 is going to be very important. We need to start to focus in on those positive pieces. We started off with the 9 of Cups and we've got these double 5s. Yeah, big time with that positive. The 9 of Cups is an abundance card. But it's not abundance where you're like, look, I've got this. It's not the tangible piece. The spiritual, the emotional, those less physical, abundant areas. They're just as important as the physical abundance. It's just our society, humanity, we thrive on the physical abundance. Know that there is more than that. And the angels are really encouraging you to focus in on some of these less tangible, positive elements that are coming in your world, in your life. They're going to bring stability. The Emperor, most stable card in the deck. We have that very secure, dominant stability, where it's not just, I'm going to ground myself. It's like, I am grounded, I am stable, I am here. The Page of Pentacles, again, where we have that grounded energy, but it's more playful. And I think that that's an important piece. Don't overthink this. It's really easy to do. We get so hyper focused in on things. Take that step back. Play with it. Enjoy it. Start to mold it into something more. Pages are that childlike, innocent energy that does ask those hard questions. And anybody who's ever watched a toddler will know, or been by any toddler who starts to ask questions, because they will ask very wild and unknown questions that you have no idea what depths of hell that came from. However, yeah, I speak from as a mom. Yeah. You're like, I could crawl under a rock because of my toddler. We need that sometimes. We need to have those crazy, wild questions. It's a question. It's information. It's trying something new, getting our hands dirty and creating, and most importantly, finding the fulfillment in it. The Five of Swords talks about conflict. It talks about the negativity within, the negative energies coming at us, the reactivity coming at us, the reactivity within us. The Five of Cups talks about focusing in on what's not going right and avoiding what is. The reason it's in reversal is that there is either an avoidance, you're aware that you're avoiding the positive, or you're struggling to actually connect into that positive and hold it. We've got a lot of volatility around and within us. It takes away from our experience. It takes away from the joy, the happiness, the abundance, because we're so focused in on what's not happening. We're so focused in on the words, the feelings, the frustration. It's time to take that core light that we all have, start to play with it. Because that core light is what brings us the stability. It brings us that fulfillment, that the joy, the play. It's our soul song. The angels want you to really be mindful, especially over the next 4 weeks, over these abundant pieces that you're not going to be able to grab hold of. And it's interesting. We're just coming off of the Canadian Thanksgiving. This will go till just before the American Thanksgiving. Those abundant pieces that are very overt during Thanksgiving, no matter where you are, even if you're not American or Canadian, it's a time of awareness. That awareness, we need to go deeper than that. Not just acknowledging, going, yeah, you know what? I'm doing pretty good with my mental health. I feel really happy. I love my friendships, my connections, my relationships. It's getting into that and really allowing that to empower us. Seeing how you can take your, I don't know, say a relationship or a connection, a passion, and bring it in so that you lift yourself up higher. Look at different ways to allowing that creative light shine. And we all have creativity in varying degrees. It's just how we express ourselves, how we find fulfillment in our world. And I have clients and friends who their creative energy is welding, computer programming. There's no right or wrong. It's allowing that light to shine. And the angels are really kind of driving that home, that we need to be allowing that light to create stability, to give us that drive, and then also to allow that creativity to lead us down paths that we may not have thought of before. Because some of those paths are important to us. Embrace change. There are many things that we don't like about what's happening right here and right now. Many things. Some of it is things we do. Some of it's things we avoid. Some of it's other people. The only way we can get out of that is through shifting, growing, and bringing in change. Forgiveness. People, when you say forgiveness, many people get reactive. It's not about forgiving others. Start with yourself. Forgiving you for actions, non-actions, avoidance, resistance, you fill in the blank. We all need to have a better relationship with ourselves. And we have a great ability to hold on to negativity, to hurts. And forgiveness is the only way to maneuver past it, to step into the light. Because forgiveness, or well, the stuff we need to forgive ourselves for causes darkness. It causes us to stay stagnant and stuck. Forgiveness helps us to grow, helps us to bring in that change, helps us to see how we can make things better for ourselves. Speak from the heart. And you have to be truthful to yourself, not critical. You don't want to get negative. You don't want that energy to bring you down. This isn't about hurting self. This is about being honest. You know what? That may not have been the greatest action that I could have chosen. Okay. How can I make it different so that when presented with that situation again, that I choose a better choice for me? Speaking from the heart also means, where are you at right now? What are you going to need so that you aren't in a space that brings the sad, the hard, the frustration? It brings the growth, the light, the laughter and fun. Brings that fulfillment. Because again, it's an area that many of us struggle with. But it's that honesty. When we know where we're at, we can start to build ourselves up and out of what we don't like and into those areas of what we do. And that awareness, it also brings in some of the abundant aspects that are not tangible because we're starting where we're at. We know what's going right. We don't like to focus on it. I don't know why we feel as a species that it's better to focus in on the challenges, because we feed them when we do that. If we focus more on the positive, we'd feed that. It's really a catch-22. Dreams. Whether that be your hopes and dreams or dream work, both are going to be very meaningful and very supportive for you. The veil, it's starting to thin. And like I said, there's not a better time to channel and work with the angels. And that can be really hard to figure out where to start. And I can tell you the easiest way is to do it through dreams. You're bringing down the resistance you have, the fears you have with your ego, and you can start to bring them in. Again, that can be really challenging with passed on loved ones. However, angels, again, they're a bit better. Guardian angels are the best because they don't usually leave us ever. Very few reasons that they would. But you can gain more guidance. I would say, if you're going to channel them, ask them. So as you're getting to bed, ask your guardian angel or whoever, an archangel. Archangels are good too because they're omnipresent beings, so they can be with multiple people at the same time. Ask them to help you remember when you wake up. So ask, I'd like to channel my guardian angel. Can you help me with more guidance on pick a topic? And then ask them to help you remember when you wake up. Have a piece of paper and pen close at hand on your nightstand or right beside your bed. And before you get up for your morning, grab the piece of paper and start writing on it. This is why I encourage people to have a spiritual binder, because you can take that binder and have it right there. You have a hard surface. You can write down all the words, the whatevers that are being shared with you. You don't have to overthink it. You don't even have to have your eyes open. Just make sure that if you do, make sure you have your pen. You might want to look, one eye open. Yeah, there's ink. Okay, and just let it go. Or use a pencil. Have that information in a way that you can get down. Easy way to start to work with that channeling. Freedom. Really helpful when it comes to, sorry, we're on YouTube. They don't like that hanging out. When we start to focus in on the positive and we start to work from where we're at, we start to feel stronger, more able to breathe, more able to dance and enjoy, to create, to move ourselves out of what we don't like and into something that we do. And it's an amazing sense of freedom. Listening. So, fun fact, no matter where the veil is at, angels can always hear us. We may struggle to hear them. However, they can always hear us. So use your words. Speak from the heart. When we put it out there and say, look, I need help with this, you're breaking down the law of free will, and the angels, your high vibrational beings, can come in and support you. On the flip side of that, be open to the ahas that come forward. Everybody wants to have clairvoyance and clairaudience. So clear seeing, clear hearing. Two of the clairs that we shut down due to fear. They're the hardest ones to reconnect with. But that information that pops into our head, it's called clairaudience, is one that we never shut down. Another one would be clear feeling, which is clairsentience. So those feelings that come over, sometimes good, sometimes bad. I like to call them my spidey senses. You're like, ooh, tingling bad. Don't go down that dark hallway. It's bad. Or you walk by somebody and you're like, ooh, Batman signal. That person's fun. I should say hi. I don't encourage you just to talk to people on the street. It does creep them out. But you know what I mean. You get that sense. Those are two clairs that you didn't shut down. Start with what you didn't shut down, and then you can build up because you get stronger with it. But you do need to listen. You need to be present. You can't be caught up in the couldas, shouldas, would'ves, stuck in the past. We need to be present. That's the only way that you will not necessarily hear, but you'll be present to the messages that are being shared. And that's what the angels want. They want you to succeed. They want you to move forward past the stuckness and really see the work that you've accomplished so far and how you can create more growth, more shifting. I never call it change because change in itself invokes fear. But growth, we understand. You're taking that base and you're allowing things to expand out of it, which is usually what we do. You build off the positive, so it expands. Shifting, well, you can shift things and you can shimmy them. They again, it's not as scary. We don't want to cause more fear. We already have enough of that. We want to work with what's going right, because there's a lot of it. It's just sometimes we don't always listen to it. I want to thank you guys for joining me and the angels today, and I hope that this inspired you to get your hands dirty, play, enjoy, and step into your light. If you did like this session, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It helps people find me on the algorithms, all the things. Push the buttons, push all the buttons, and let me know what you thought. How are you going to get your hands dirty? How are you going to step into that light? Embrace some of this positive that's all around you. And of course, like I said, push all the buttons. If you haven't done so, please subscribe so you don't miss out on any further content coming forward. And if you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Patreon page. You can get lots of supports there as well. I've provided a link below so you can go check it out. Again, I want to thank you for joining me and the angels today, and I hope that you do enjoy stepping into that light, having some fun, and getting your hands dirty. Until tomorrow, my friends.